Welcome back to our next indie horror game, The Lancaster Leak, O'Brien State Park. The following tape and many others were recovered by FBI intern Valerie Bardot and given to us. Leaving without a trace, she suddenly went missing at the end of her internship in Lancaster, California. Foul play is suspected. So long as Valerie is missing, these tapes will continue to be leaked. We gave you a chance, and this will be your last. The information conveyed through these debrief training tapes pertain to a prior investigation. It is imperative that agents refrain from viewing this material unless they possess the appropriate clearance and are under the direct supervision of an instructor. Any failure to comply with this directive will result in prosecution to the fullest extent possible under the Espionage Act of 1917. You have been warned. Case number 12-98-76. Tape purpose debrief. Date August 25th, 1988. Clearance TS. Tape, fuck, I don't know what the rest of that meant. Previously inhabited by both Dakota and Ojibwe tribes, it is now home to year-round campers and hikers. The park, along with other state parks up north, has experienced an increase in animal-like attacks. The cause was unknown until found footage of missing persons. Brady Kaufman provided the Bureau with evidence of what was committing the attacks. On August 25th, 1988, Brady Kaufman, a 59-year-old male, visited O'Brien State Park unaccompanied. The subject's behavior during his visit was unusual, as he intermittently started recording at various times. Medical records revealed no history of mental health concerns. Subsequently, on August 26th, the subject was reported missing. His body was discovered on August 30th, and the recovered footage from his recording device will now be presented in chronological order, accompanied by annotations. (10 p.m.) The subject initiated recording. The reason for their sudden recording activity remains unknown. The subject would occasionally zoom in on certain objects. Is that your way of telling me I should do that? 10 p.m. The subject turned right and went to the bathroom shower. Alright. It still won't let me walk over there. Huh. What in the hell? There's nothing here. Why did you drag me in here? Why did we come to the shower? A couple of us clearly have someone in them. I can't go any farther. It's acting like there was something in there to find, but I didn't see squat. Oh, I had to walk into the shower stall. Pause 1. The subject stops filming and takes a shower. It is estimated 10 minutes elapse before the subject films again. Jesus, could you make the notes a little harder to read? I mean, I can't read that fast, man. The shit's disappearing for after like 2 seconds. Still can't go that way. What else do you fucking want me to do here? Are we going back to the campsite? Is that the end of the message that disappeared before I could read it? That was telling me where to go? This is pretty creepy. I love this found footage style shit. It's good stuff. Oh, look, there's a person in my campsite. Hello? Upon return to the campsite, an unknown figure stands near the subject's tent. Neither campground records nor witnesses recall seeing a white male of this profile. Why this person was here or who they are still remains unknown, but is not being actively pursued. The largest jump of times happens at this point with an estimate of 1 to 2 hours time elapsed. The recording resumes with the subject 2 miles in the Hardwood Hills Loop. Why the subject started the hike is not relevant to the Bureau's involvement. I mean, crouch, but there's no sprint or jump. Guess we don't need one, but... Well, that certainly didn't sound like a deer. A deer being killed and eaten by a monster, maybe, but... The deceased deer was killed by the entity. Oh, there it is. I walked right past it. Well, I think we were just killed. Subject encountered deceased deer attacked by the entity. The film abruptly ends after subject detects entity in vicinity. Subject exhibits distress and flees off the trail. Entity pursues subject and can be heard in proximity. Subject resumes filming approximately 4 minutes after pause. This marks the final pause. Subject is audible for the first time, displaying emotions of fear. Subject begins running as multiple sounds of entities surround him. Directional sound is good. It really sounds like they're all around me. The subject struggles against the entity but gets away. The camera is severely damaged. Subject drops flashlight and then camera. Creates a shadow backdrop. Subject's blood creeps into the frame. Distant entities can be heard. Bradley Kaufman's death would occur over the next 5 minutes. The remaining footage has been cut short for viewer discretion. Additional entities can be heard and would later fight over the remains. The footage ends when the camera battery runs out. Subject's remains were found scattered. Most flesh was consumed. Little personal items remained intact. The public was told it was an abnormal bear attack. Subject's film was the first footage captured of S-0012. Ultimately, the subject's footage provided the Bureau proof to extend funding and special operation to contain entities. This case marks the first of many successful entity resolution programs. Entity debrief. Name: Wendigo. Risk: severe. Containability 3. Wendigos are creatures originated from Native American tribes of the Great Lakes region. The malevolent supernatural beings bring terror to forest dwellers and are linked to numerous missing persons cases. Tall and emaciated looking, Wendigos bear antlers and possess an insatiable appetite for human flesh. According to recent intelligence, there has been a notable resurgence of the Wendigo, and their geographical distribution has now expanded southward toward Minneapolis. In response to this emerging threat, the Bureau has established a joint task force in collaboration with the Canadian CSIS to take immediate and decisive action to halt the expansion of the species and eventual eradication. It is imperative to maintain strict operational security and keep the general public uninformed of these operations to prevent any unnecessary panic or interference. That was pretty good. The story doesn't end here. Yeah, he's right. There's actually 3. Read the associated no sleep story. I work as a secretary at a small FBI office. A man in a pink poncho almost killed me. I'll have to look that up. As I was saying, there are... Yeah, that's the second one. Crisis at the Call Center. Alright, so there's currently 3 of these games. Again, Crisis at the Call Center is the second one. The last one is called... I forget the name of the last one, actually. But it sounds like there are more planned for this. It's not going to end with the third one. This is pretty interesting stuff. I like this. They you know, the found footage style is a big hook for me. And also their, you know, the fact that it's associated with the No Sleep subreddit. You've got me already. Reading that is what got me subscribed to the No Sleep podcast. So, and also it's got an SCP vibe, which is another big, you know, big SCP nerd over here. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to play any further games in this series. But that was the Lancaster leak, O'Brien State Park. The link for that is in the description. You want to play this series for yourself. This is the first one, again. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next part.